The math curriculum you choose early on can make high school really smooth or really difficult. Today we are comparing RightStart Math versus Math Mammoth, two different math curricula. I have used both, and we're trying to lay down a foundation that's really strong that will make things easier as your children get older and get to high school. If math has ever ended in frustration or in tears, you're not alone. You're not imagining things. Math can be really, really tough, and it's just a matter of the right fit. That's why we're looking at two different curricula to see which one is better for your child. Not which one is better, but which one is better for your child. Hi, I'm Adriana Zoder with Homeschool Ways. I have used both RightStart Math and Math Mammoth in my math homeschool with my children. We've been homeschooling since 2013. I've been blogging since 2013 at homeschoolways.com. And in 2025, a lot of you have asked me to move to a video format because it's easier, because you can listen to me while you're doing laundry or you're doing the dishes, and you can learn from my experience, from my mistakes, from my successes, and sort of cut the time in half because I've been through a lot of things before you have, and other veterans moms have helped me. So now it's my turn to pass it on to newer homeschool moms. So here we go. RightStart Math versus Math Mammoth. Now, again, everything comes down to fit. You have to ask the right question. What is Math Mammoth like? It's straightforward. It is concept-based. It is designed for independent work with a caveat. You still have to present the concept to your child. You still have to make sure they get it before you say, all right, here are 10 exercises for you to work through. So a lot of people will review Math Mammoth and say, it's independent. It's not. Even Maria Miller, the creator of Math Mammoth, cautions you to sit there with your child, make sure they understand the concept, make sure you do a few exercises together before you say, finish this page, finish this chapter on your own. I'll go, work with your siblings. So the pros are that it's simple, it's clear, it's affordable. You can either print it from your house printer, or you can buy the already printed version. It is good for independent learners, with that caveat of they're independent, but they still need to be presented with the concept. Now, the cons. Math Mammoth is not very hands-on, okay? There are not a lot of manipulatives. It's black and white. It can feel dry. It's not ideal for all learning styles. Let's move on to RightStart Math. RightStart Math is Montessori. If you have ever heard of the buzzword Montessori schools, Montessori as a method, somebody a long time ago told me that Montessori can be summed up with the words, explore the room, where they have different stations and the child is allowed to just pick their interest. And this is the sandbox, and this is the sand table, and this is the table that has Legos, and this is a table that has some colors, and they can do art. And so RightStart Math is very hands-on, a lot of manipulatives, a lot of games, a lot of visual interaction with math. So it's very good for visual learners, very good. And young kids are mostly visual and tactile. It makes math tangible, which is very good, again, for young kids that don't have that abstract understanding yet. It builds a deep understanding of the concepts in a very non-threatening way in the beginning. My kids were I don't know, 6, and they already were using the cards that show base 10, and now we've got these 10 things, and we switch it with this one bar that represents 10, and then you have 10 of those, and you switch them with the one bar that represents 100. It was very interesting how young kids could add 4-digit numbers without pen and paper, without tears, and they could just do it with the manipulatives. It's a powerful program. We did level B, and we did the math games in RightStart Math. And I can tell you they were amazing. And my kids got good at looking at quantities and knowing exactly what that was. The abacus work was powerful. Very, very good. Now, the con would be that it takes a lot out of you. There's a lot of parental involvement. Somebody has to give them the cards. Somebody has to make sure that when they push the beads on the abacus, they're pushing the right beads. So it takes more time. It can feel like a lot. And it did at some point. Towards the end of level B, I bought myself level C and I started preparing ahead of time, and I didn't get it. I didn't know how to teach RightStart Math level C. So I don't know. You might be better suited for it than I was. We stopped. In first grade, second grade, somewhere in there, I stopped RightStart Math and we transitioned to Math Mammoth. It worked better for me, for my sake. So choose Math Mammoth if your child can work independently after you've taught them the concept. If your child doesn't need hands-on learning, not a whole lot of manipulatives, not a whole lot of kinesthetic and visual and games. But choose RightStart Math if your child struggles with abstract concepts, if your child keeps asking why are we learning this and why, and then if they need to see and touch concepts. So really young kids would benefit from RightStart Math, with the understanding that some young kids are fine with the Math Mammoth approach. Both need some parental involvement, but a lot more involvement in RightStart Math, which is, again, Montessori and very visual, and manipulatives abound. So if you have been helped by this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And leave me a comment. I would like to know how your math curriculum is helping you. Is math a struggle, or have you found the right fit? Let me know in the comments.